So, I have a question. Could LinkedIn become a powerful crowdfunding tool for startups? Think about it. There's a lot of hype right now with crowdfunding, and I'm one of those folks who've been spending a lot of time thinking about it. Foundups.com actually has a component which deals with crowdfunding. But it dawned on me when I was taking a jog yesterday that why wouldn't we use LinkedIn? I mean, think about it. LinkedIn already has the network, the connections. If we could provide a strong enough referral incentive, then why wouldn't people crowdfund small amounts of money? So what I've done is decided to do a test. I want to raise $100,000 for Foundups Corp in exchange for 100 million shares, not 100 million, a million shares, at 10 cents a share. So why would you, want to invest in the company? Well, the exit strategy is very simple. The moment I raise $100,000, the cost of the shares will go up to 50 cents, providing a 5-to-1 return. So we will use the 5-to-1 return, and we'll just issue another million shares at that point. So it's not like we're going to issue, we're not creating more. The shares are already there. There's no dilution because, the equity is already there. So, however, by issuing it at 50 cents a share, what we'll do is buy back the first lot of shares that we issued for 10 cents. Providing a 5-to-1 return for those individuals and providing us basically the remainder. Now, the option would be for you to take your 5-to-1 on your first and use that value to purchase shares at 50 cents a share. So, and then the idea then, once we hit another milestone, which will be securing a Foundup Week partner, the value of the share is going to pop up to 80 cents. Once we basically kick off the first Foundup Week event, which will take place in New York, DC, and Boston, guess what? The shares now are going to be worth, we'll sell the shares for $1.10. So at the conclusion of Foundup Week, which as a result will have 1,000 open incubators, over I can't think of the numbers here, 1,000 open incubators, basically 10,000 Foundups becoming startups. And one of the ways we make our money is every time a Foundup becomes a startup, Foundup Corporation gets 10%, just like Y Combinator does, or Techstars. We're just doing it on a massive virtual scale. We also provide the space called open incubators. An open incubator, which is a trademark of ours, basically is where Foundups happen. So when you say open incubator, you think Foundups. Startups don't happen in open incubators. Foundups started in open incubators. So we'll be establishing a global network of these 1,000 open incubators. In each open incubator, there will be basically 10 startups or Foundups happening. And we project that the total return from the Foundup Week Festival is going to be around 23 million. That's 100 locations. Each location works out as actually 126.3 million. Each location is projected to gross about $263,000. So obviously, some of that cost is going to go to, paying for certain expenses. However, I've produced one of the largest Shakespeare festivals in Florida. Pretty much all of my media was in kind. We produced a mass event, attracted 30,000. Now, my numbers are based on 10,000 participants. We had 30,000 participants in a community of less than 480,000. The minimal community size, city size that we're looking at Foundup Week is basically in excess of 5 million. So do the math. In all likelihood, provided, again, this is a milestone, that I can get the in-kind media support. And you've got to think, when an event happens in Boston, DC, and Manhattan the same week, you're going to have the Boston Globe, you're going to have the Washington, whatever, the Washington, I'm watching anything, I don't read the paper, the New York Times, all of these events covering it. And the reality is Found Up Week is going to be massive, and 2011 is going to be the year of the Found Up. Now, here's the opportunity. I'm giving away 1 million shares for 10 cents a share to help me basically provide the the IP strategy and other things. Now, the reason why I'm setting the minimal investment of $5,000 is because that way the most investors I can have is 20, and that doesn't violate any of the blue sky laws. Obviously, this isn't a public offering. I have to decide whether or not I want to invest to you. So I'll look at your profile, look at your background, and make that decision. So you can't go to a broker and buy shares from us or anything else. It's on a one-to-one and purely up to me whether I will decide to make that investment. I think the real question, though, is if I'm right and I can leverage my 1 million connections, my 11 million 3-tier connections on LinkedIn, why do I need Grow VC? Why would I need Kiva or Kickstarter or a ProFounder, all these other crowdsourcing wannabes, when you have the most powerful potential crowdsourcing crowdfunding platform already there? It's called LinkedIn. So check out my blog, mtrout.com. There's a link to what I'm doing, and you can read about Found Ups and everything else, and consider it. Contact me if you want to be one of the first to test and support the idea of crowdfunding on LinkedIn. I think it could potentially be a massive opportunity for LinkedIn, and not only for LinkedIn, look at Facebook and these social platforms that are already dominating the market. Could be a great asset to startups, and I would love your assistance and help in moving this idea forward. So my name is Michael Trout. I'm the CEO and chairman of Found Ups Corp, and I'm saying "and" way too much, I'm noticing. So anyway, thanks for your consideration.